So I want to address another point regarding how, from a Torah perspective, a non-Jew and a Jew, but I think it applies to Jews and non-Jews, regarding how to treat animals and the world, nature. According to Judaism, this world is not our world. It was given to us. We are like almost guessing this world. This world is all a gift. Everything that we have is a gift. And the first thing is not to take things for granted. Unfortunately, people throw things through the window. They throw their cigarettes in the street like that. It's your world. Imagine that everything you did outside is the things that you do inside your house. Would you throw things on the floor in your house? Would you throw cigarettes on the floor? No. This world is our responsibility, everyone. We are all in it together. And we are all one big family. And all we need to take care of each other. In the house, when we're in a family, we're all gonna, everybody has chores. And everybody is in charge of making sure one takes care of the garbage, one takes care of that. But because we live in a world where people think they're separated, they don't care about each other, basically. So if I throw something there or something there to the other, they don't care. But that shows the lack of unity and harmony in the world. So how does it work? Well, let's start with nature. So first of all, with nature, the law is you cannot do anything that destroys nature. So we have to strive for a world of health, that is organic, that is because we're gonna eat from that world, we're gonna breathe from that world, and therefore we have, as Jews and righteous non-Jews, to protect the world. It's our responsibility to protect the world and make sure that it's not getting destroyed. So anybody who has intention to do something, but he doesn't see the consequence of this destruction in the world with the pollution and all that, is guilty, is responsible. So he has to find new ways to for things to work so that we don't destroy the world. We are not supposed to destroy anything if it's for no reason. For example, we're not allowed to break a branch from a tree. We're not allowed to just destroy a tree or flowers just for fun. The only time that we're allowed to use nature is for a constructive purpose. So you buy flowers because you want to make your wife happy or your friend happy. Okay, that's a specific purpose. It's different than misusing it. And same thing with the trees. We know we're not allowed. A Jew is not allowed to destroy a fruit tree, because it's something that brings fruit, and it's you don't want to destroy the fruit of the earth. So other trees, okay, if you need to buy and build a house, or you need the space for something, yes, but we shouldn't break unnecessarily. The world is beautiful. It's the creation of God. God is the artist. So now you're going to ruin the painting? Well, we're not raised like that. When we play as kids, we see ants and we kill the ants, we play, we take off the grass or whatever it is. No, we should not educate our kids like that. And we have to learn to treat the world and nature appropriately. So that's for nature. In terms of animals, we're not allowed to hurt animals. It's a grave sin. This is Tzar Ba'alei Chaim. We're not allowed to hurt animals, and that applies to Jews and non-Jews. And this includes, so the Jewish law is when you wake up in the morning and you have a pet, you are obligated before anything you do for yourself, to even before serving God, to nourish the pet, because the pet is depending on you. So you have to take him out for poop or whatever, and pee, and you have to feed him because he might be hungry and he doesn't necessarily knows how to speak. So once you wake up, you feed first the pet and then you feed yourself, because it's dependent on you. So that's a very important law, and shows how we have to take care of the world, and we're responsible for it. Well, in Jewish law, we have to let our animals rest on Shabbat. And I think it's something appropriate that every non-Jewish owner of that has an animal should let his animal rest at least one day a week. You can't overload, you can't abuse. I mean, what's happening today with the system, the way how we eat so many animals, and so it's just that's going to the whole eating thing. As Jews and non-Jews should eat healthy. First, should eat only kosher animals. Even if you're non-Jew, I think it's ideal. It's not a mitzvah, but it's ideal to eat only kosher animals, because there are certain forces. When you eat the animal, you receive the energy, soul of the animal. It affects your soul, and therefore eating only kosher animals, as mentioned in the Torah. You don't have to shecht it like a Jew, but you should eat only the species of animals mentioned that you can eat, because otherwise it has negative impact. And we should eat healthy. Technically, things, and again, I'm guilty too, I'm working on it. It's an everyday fight. Everything with sugar, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all the brands, almost everything is junk. We're not supposed to eat snack, munchies. It has nothing good about it. Smoking also is not good. All the bad habits, all that. We are supposed to be healthy individuals. We're supposed to protect our bodies and our soul. And we need a healthy spirit in a healthy body. So we have to learn to reduce at least, as much as we can, until we can stop it little by little. But this is really our responsibility, to eat healthy. Someone who eats kosher, right? He eats all the kosher food, but he eats it with a lot of oil and sugar. It's not really eating kosher. It is eating kosher in the sense that he didn't eat a bad animal, but it's not really. It's kosher. It's body and soul. So body and soul, it's your soul, yeah, it's not affected, but you destroy your body. Well, great. What's the point? So we have to really learn to see the big picture. Again, the Torah is a teachings for humanity, for us to understand how to live the highest possible life possible. And that means on a physical level, on an emotional level, on an intellectual level, on a spiritual level. And it has to reflect in everywhere. Can be that I'm such a nice person, but I eat things that destroys my body. This is absurd, right? Or I eat so kosher, but I'm an evil person. It's nonsense, right? So we have to really learn to be more in harmony with ourselves and listen to what our body needs. Being careful what we eat. Be careful when we walk on, like I was saying at the beginning with the ants on the floor. As kids, we play with the ants. We put water on ants, or we kill little insect, and we think it's nothing. No, everything is precious. Why would you hurt or kill? Even the fish, or pets. Pets in a cage. It's some pets are okay in the cage. Like very small birds or certain things. You give them a lot of love, but we know it's not the ideal. But sometimes it's still okay, because we give them a lot of love and we give them everything they need. And some pets are fine in a home, but again, there shouldn't be any zoos. I mean, a zoo to help heal the animals or that, but zoos should be forbidden technically. So this is our society today. We need to learn to change, to live in harmony with nature, with the world, and we need to pray for that world. We need to pray for the trees, to pray for the air, for the sun, all that, to first of all, to have gratitude that we have all that, this beautiful world. But second of all, to pray that we should be smart enough to know how to use it properly, because we're using everything, this gift, and we're destroying the gift that God gave us. And this gift is so beautiful. We can spend hours just looking at landscapes and strange animals. It's fascinating. And let's remember that everything here in this world reflects the spiritual world. So the reason you have a little bee there, because in the spiritual world, there's something called a spiritual bee. So it's like everything is a mirror, right? So everything you see here is like in the water, a reflection of something there, but there it's spiritual, here it's physical. So everything you destroy here, you destroy something in the spiritual world. We don't necessarily think of it that way. Because here it's like the body, and then there it's like the soul. So, but everything that exists on the physical world has a spiritual spark that allows it to exist and to live. So we have to learn to see the big picture, see beyond the physical. And even though it's not obvious that they made tests with trees or plants that you're about to burn or cut, and they saw that with those special I don't forget how it's called, those special detectors, very sensitive for, they see how it starts shaking and trembling. The world is alive on some level. It's conscious. God is behind it. It's conscious. There's energy. That energy feels what we do and our intentions and our negativity, our distraction, and it reacts to it. It reacts to it, and it's there's a pain, there's a distraction, and we have to learn to, there are people who actually pray and speak to the plants. They have plants. I know there are tests that were done the way they speak to the plant and water them with love and take care of them, pet them, and allows the plants to grow much better, much faster than if nothing is done. So we have to be aware of that and take care of our world, and God willing, will make altogether the world a better place.